In this video today, I'm going to teach you how to root a Bahia coconut, guys. Oh man, look here so you can see. Look at how the roots are. Want to learn? Come with me in this video, and I'll show you how to do it from the beginning through the processes until it reaches the point where we transfer it to the pot. Did you know that? That sometimes you make a mistake by planting a plant this size in the ground? It's not recommended, folks. Here the plant loses a lot to pests and diseases. It's very risky to plant a plant this size directly in the ground. In this video today, I'm going to teach you how to grow this seedling and the right time to transfer it to the soil. I'm very happy with all of you who are arriving here. For those of you who are just arriving and don't know me yet, I bring important tips for you to live in the countryside, in the city, wherever you are, bringing tips and management practices for you to be successful. Today, how do I make my coconut seedling root? How beautiful! What beautiful, wonderful roots. This one is beautiful, and we are going to plant one for you to see. Come with me, guys. So, many people, I'm going to move the seedling here. Look, I'll leave it here, right, straighter here. Look. Many people ask me, I don't have success, right? I don't have success planting my coconut, or it doesn't produce, it doesn't grow. So in this video, I'm going to show you why this is happening. Let's get to the raw materials we're going to need. Let's go, folks. Before you forget, right below the video, there's an option for you to subscribe. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that every time a video comes out, you'll be reminded. Let's go, guys. I'm using a bucket here today. Look, okay? Look, a bucket. This is the bucket where I'm going to mix the soil, the compost, and I also have the main fertilizers here, single superphosphate and limestone, okay? These two fertilizers and my compost that is here, look, which will be the pot where we are going to plant the seedling for you to see, okay? Look, I'm going to take it, I'll start first by putting this soil inside this pot. Because guys, before we transfer it to the place where we are going to plant the coconut seedling, we have to fertilize it, okay? And how do we fertilize it? First, in a 10-liter pot like this one, we are going to use, look, about 150 grams of limestone, okay? And we are going to mix it. What are we doing here? We are preparing a soil. If it isn't fertile, it will become very fertile so we can plant the coconut seedling. Next, we are going to use the single superphosphate. Why the single superphosphate? It's the single superphosphate that will make these roots here. Look, see here, look. Grow, develop, and make the seedling grow. The seedling can't grow if it still has small roots, okay? And now, guys, I come here, look, with 100 grams of single superphosphate, and I mix it well. I'll leave this soil prepared so we can move on to the coconuts. And I mix it well like this. Look, just like I'm doing here, look. Now let's set this mixture aside here too. I'm going to use this little applicator here, okay guys, to irrigate it after I plant it here. Let's go. Can I take a green coconut to make a seedling? It's not recommended, folks. If the coconut is completely green, this coconut is not mature, and it won't sprout roots. Remember to observe the coconut every time you are going to make a coconut seedling if it is already turning black, see? Look, turning black. So this here is a sign that your coconut seedling is good to be planted for it to sprout roots. Look at this important tip. So if it is dry like this, look, even better, okay? Remembering that if your coconut, listen here so you can see, look, are you hearing the noise? Look, if your coconut doesn't have water, it won't germinate. You can't open it and take the water out. You have to leave the water. Coconut water is a nutrient that will make it germinate, okay? New shoots. Guys, it's simple. What to do with this coconut so it can sprout its first shoots? Look at this one so you can see, look. These coconuts here, look, it's been 60 days since I left them in the spot, okay? And today you will see how to do it. We are going to take these coconuts here, look. We are going there now to the place where I will teach you where to leave them so we can make them germinate. Come with me. This here, guys, is my water tank. What does a water tank have to do with these coconuts you have in your hand? Come here so you can see why I leave them here. Here, as you can see, water falls every time I turn on the pump. It's the most humid place. So you are going to take this coconut. You will never leave it standing upright like this. Look, always on its side, look. Look, okay? You never leave it like this. Look, or like this. You will always leave it on its side like this. Look, okay? This way, with the humidity and irrigation of the place, as the days go by, it will start to sprout shoots, just like you saw there on the table, those coconut sprouts. How many days does it take to start? From 30 to 60 days, it will start to release new shoots. Look how wonderful. It doesn't matter. It can be whatever amount of coconuts you have there. Now we are going to the table so I can show you how to proceed with planting it in the pot so we can wait for this plant to grow before we plant it in the field. After leaving it there for 30 to 60 days, guys, in some places where it's very cold, it takes longer, okay? But here in our region, since it's very hot, it germinates quickly. So after it shoots out these first radicals, it's time to take it out and plant it. Ideally, it should have roots like this, see? Okay, why? Because when the coconut has roots like this, it can absorb water and nutrients more easily. That's the most important thing for us when growing seedlings. And now we're going to grab the pot. Can I plant it just like this in the ground? No, you can't, guys. When you plant a coconut seedling like this in the ground, and many people don't even fertilize it, it doesn't grow, it doesn't develop, there's no transformation. That's the most important thing of all. And now we take it and move on to preparing the pot. Do you remember this pot here, where I fertilized the soil, see? We're going to take a little bit of the soil and put it here at the bottom. Look here so you can see. Don't put too much, engage the depth roughly so the coconut doesn't. The secret with the coconut is not letting it get completely covered by the soil, okay? So I'm going to add a little more soil here so it isn't too high up nor too deep down. When you bury this too deep in the soil, you run the risk of losing your seedling. So the important thing is to leave at least a little piece sticking out on top so it can keep receiving water, okay? I'm going to add a little more soil. And now, guys, it's at a good height, see, for me to do my planting. What do I do now? Now I come in and top it off with soil, just like this, see? Look how easy this is, guys. Look how wonderful, see? Then you come and fill it in, just like I'm doing. The important thing, guys, is to always keep this seedling standing straight up in the pot. Never leave it crooked, because if you leave it crooked, it will grow crooked. Instead of growing straight up, it grows like this and then bends over. You know those coconut trees you plant that grow out to the side like this and then curve upward? That's definitely because it was planted crooked in the pot, or when it was moved to the field, it fell over and then corrected itself. So this is what you're going to do. Press it down a bit. See, remember I told you to leave a little bit of the coconut showing? This is the trick right here. Leave a little piece of the coconut exposed. Why? Because of this system right here. By leaving this coconut shell exposed, now with irrigation, right? When the water hits this coconut shell, it will absorb moisture, see? See right there? Also, never water it with a hose blasting a heavy stream right here, or with a bucket. Using a watering can, especially one with a sprinkler nozzle, is even better. So now you come in, see, and water your coconut. Water it well. Coconuts, guys, need a lot of water. You have to water them in the morning and in the afternoon, okay? Wet the leaves too. When you wet the leaves of the plants, they really appreciate it. That's an important tip for you. So when your seedling isn't, as long as it isn't showing roots, it's not time to move it to the pot. If you move it to the pot now, it won't develop quickly. In this case here, it already had roots, meaning it will develop very fast, reaching this size. How old is it? This one here, look here so you can see what I mean about leaving the coconut exposed, see? See right here? Look at the coconut showing right there. This right here is the coconut shell. It absorbs moisture much faster, and the plant appreciates it. Guys, the secret to growing coconuts today, I'd say, is a little bit of fertilization, yes, but irrigation is one of the biggest secrets, okay? Some people say, over in Bahia, on the coast, coconuts grow really fast. Why? Because over there, the coconut is planted right by the beach, right? It has access to water right at its base. So it's important for you to know this. Why does it produce so well there? It's not because of the salt, but rather because of the moisture, the natural irrigation they get there from the sea. The water reaches the coconut and it absorbs it. Guys, how long after you plant it here in the pot will it get to this size? Guys, around 7 to 8 months, up to 1 year. It's like I told you, here in my region, we have a certain climate. Over in your region, if it's colder, the colder it is. There are places in Brazil that are so cold that coconuts don't even produce, right? And they don't even develop. So the colder it is in your region, the slower it will grow and the longer it will take to produce. So it's important to keep in mind, sometimes you want to plant coconuts, but it's cold where you are. So you possibly won't have much success. But if you have an average temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and up, you can grow coconuts there with no problem, okay? And you'll be very successful. I water it here. See, every day in the morning, okay? See, remembering to pour water on this part of the coconut shell, the nut, okay? And I also water it in the afternoon every single day, okay? There are no holidays, no Sundays off from watering, okay, guys? You have to water it every day. Once the plant reaches this stage here, about 1 meter tall, it's the exact right time to move the seedling out to the field. But planting it out there is a topic for the next video, guys. Otherwise, this one will get too long. So today I taught you how to grow coconut seedlings on your small farm, at your house, wherever you are, guys. You will be successful. And after you plant this coconut seedling in this pot and apply the fertilizers like I did, watering it twice a day after 6, 8, or 10 months, see, your seedling will be this size. The plant's development when you fertilize it every day is overwhelmingly fast. So if you want to grow a seedling and don't know how, right? I paid about $90 for this seedling right here in my region, guys. Some people say, oh, here in my city, it's 20 or 30. Unfortunately, we're further from the ocean here, right, guys? So in those cities closer to the ocean, I believe it really is cheaper because seedlings are more readily available, right? But here in our region, in Mato Grosso, we pay more for seedlings, okay, guys? Everyone, I'm so happy to have all of you here. Remember, if you liked the video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends so we can help people grow coconut seedlings. This tip is important for coconut seedlings. After leaving the coconut there under the dripping water, how many days does it take to start sprouting? Guys, it will sprout in 60 days, okay? In another 30 days, it will grow roots and be ready for you to transfer to a pot. An important business tip for growing your own seedlings. The secret is water and fertilization. Guys, for those of you who have made it this far, you have the option to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and if it truly touches your heart, support our work. I'm very happy with all of you. Welcome everyone, a big hug, and see you in the next video. God bless. If this guide on how to cultivate life from a simple coconut has changed the way you look at your orchard, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. We are revealing the techniques that guarantee the abundance of the land and the history that many try to ignore. Cultivate your future with us. Nature's next secret will be revealed soon.